Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. We have got a lot of just sort of basic coats of glitter to put on things. We're just going to continue to progress, everybody. But what I do want to do is I have this shoe, and she wasn't part of my shoe marathon proper, but you could make her based on the things that I have shown you, using a smaller cup and the sort of foam and putting her in. Maybe I'll demo her if I get a chance, but I made her a while back and I haven't really had a chance to do anything fun with her. But what I want to do, she's got a white cup and then this kind of crystal confetti all over her. I think I'm going to leave her like that, sort of crystal white, like shaved ice. I'm not sure yet what trim I'm going to put on her. What I would love to put on her is the rainbow trim at the glitter store, but I got to check that works. But what I do want to do is put some of these little bottles around her, but I want to make them look like syrup bottles. So what I'm planning to do, this is Mod Podge diluted with water, so it's thin enough to pour. So I'm going to fill these with crystal white glitter carefully. And these, I will tell y'all, they take about a lifetime to dry. Very slow dry time on these. All right. So I'm going to let that sit upside down for a little while just so she can kind of drip dry. And then I'm going to do the same thing to 4 of them. I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to put crystal white glitter in there. And then I will put some alcohol ink in there. And I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. Part of me kind of wants to do what I usually do, which is just like glitter in there, because I'm scared. But we don't learn things if we don't try new things, so we're all going to learn together. You could also just glitter these. You know, you could glitter the outside and then do whatever you wanted. But I do kind of think that's going to be the look I'm going for. And I can always pivot. Nothing wrong with a pivot. Where did I had 2 more bottles, but I'm looking for them. Oh, I put them back here. So we sell these at Craft Culture. It's $2 for a 2-pack. These are $1 a bottle. Pretty good. Oh, I don't remember what order I did those in. That's all right. They don't really take that long to drip dry. Not drip dry. Drip dry is the wrong way of putting it. I just don't want any like puddles in there. So y'all can see I poured the diluted glue in there. I'm going to pour it all the way around and then pour it out. And then let's see, I've got I don't really want to use my sugar cube. That might be what I have right now. I want to use something on the finer side. So I'll use that. It's fine. We're going to dye it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much how sparkly it is. No biggie. So I'm making myself a little funnel. So it's not going to look like anything for a while, but that's okay. When the glue dries, that's going to look like a sparkly bottle, and I'll add some ink to it. I do think maybe I should try putting some color, some brightly. I'm going to try one, and then whatever I like, winner takes all. So this is Strawberry Fields, Ponchatoula Strawberry Fields. Oh, whoops. Oh, I accidentally went live. Hi, guys. What I have been doing is doing them not live, unlisted. So it's not that you haven't been catching me. I've been doing them private and then checking them, making sure everything's good, and then releasing them actually live. because doing them live, there's like comments during and the comments don't archive. But hey guys, hey y'all. Well, this one's going to be a little extra spicy, but that's all right. Hey y'all. So I apologize if I don't answer comments because I'm not accustomed to looking at them because I don't typically get them. Anyway, so we'll see if it gets unhinged, if it goes off the rails. I'm going to just stop it and restart it and do it in the usual way. It's not that I don't love y'all. It's just it gets a little wacky if we do an actual live, which I have accidentally done by making it. That's okay. I was like, what's this on the bottom of the screen? What is that? Oh, well, these things happen. All right, so I have done one bottle that is crystal clear and one bottle that has the red glitter in it. And I'm gonna let these dry, and it's gonna take forever. These take forever to dry. And then we're gonna see how we feel about it. I'm gonna add ink to the white, and so they will ultimately both look red. I'm just gonna see which one I like more. All right, so I do have one extra here. So I'm gonna fill her with the white glitter as well. And then I'm all discombobulated because I'm not used to being in here with anybody else. Spilled a little. That's all right. I didn't particularly like it anyway. Okay. So, but that gets us kind of started. Okay, so that's that done. She is completely glittered. She just needs her trim, and she needs the little bottles. And of course I need to write muses on her somewhere. And I will probably do the jazz cup thing on her, where you do like the blue, the teal and purple squiggle. Do I have a... No, I'm going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to wait and see how they dry and then mess with it later. So I'm going to slap a lid on my glaze and use that later. Okie dokes. So what next? So this is the Rainbow Snowball that I have been working on. So then the Rainbow Snowball, I'm here for the wacky and the real. Thank you, Nikki. All right. So I've done this Rainbow Snowball. And what I want to do is make the cup bright blue and the shoe purple. So we're going to start working on that. We've got our glue. This is Mod Podge mixed with Aleene's. That's my go-to glue. I just washed all my brushes and cleaned my whole space, so I feel like $1,000,000. So I'm just gonna do just the shoe purple, and the cup will be blue. And I'm going to do these in opaques because I know I have some drips. Thank you, Nikki. If you are watching this on the replay, I'm very sorry. You're going to have me replying to comments that you cannot see, which is part of why I don't typically do it this way. But, you know, we shake it up every once in a while. Why not? Happy little accident, as our patron saint of DIY, Bob Ross, would say. So maybe it'll be fun. Maybe we'll start doing it like this all the time. All right, so I am just painting the white paint. I did prime her white. I did not need to do that, but I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So at the time, I was thinking I would do all my snowballs kind of like how I'm doing these snowballs with a white cup and glitter for the actual snowball. Boo, boo, boo. So I thought I would do them all like this, so I prepped them all the same, which was priming them all white. I do not need to prime them all white if I'm going to put metallic, but I didn't know that at the time. So it doesn't cost you anything. Like, you know, it doesn't, I should phrase that differently. It doesn't diminish the effect if you paint it white and then put opaque glitter on top. It's just a waste of your time, but you know, time is precious, but also there's no reason to beat yourself up for having done it that way. but this is going to cover, I am going to use a metallic, and that's going to cover all my little drips and whatnot. All right. So that is all glued up. And then I've got some, I want to do purple prints on her. That's kind of my favorite purple glitter. So this is purple prints in the bag. Okay. All right. Putting the purple glitter all over the shoe part. And I think that's going to really, I like to, when I do a rainbow, I love to put, I love to do purple on there. I just think it's a really good accent color. It feels sort of Lisa Frank. And so I have some alcohol ink rainbows that my accent color is my purple. And I'm going to take my brush and loosen up. Isn't that going to be nice? So that's just my first coat, so I will absolutely do a second coat. And she's going to get purple on the bottom as well. Do I want to? No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to let that dry. So I'm going to let that dry and do a second coat of purple. And then I'll do purple on the bottom as well. And then the cup I will do in Ripper to Shreds, which is a nice bright teal blue. And so I also like to do the purple and teal on a snowball because I feel like it sort of evokes that squiggle on the jazz cup. All right, so she needs to dry, and so I will let her. So who else? Who else are we doing? She's got her white cup done. She needs another coat of the light pink on here, but for that I need a clean brush because I'm using semi-sheer. This is clean glue. Yes, clean glue, clean brush, because I cleaned all my brushes. I feel like we might slightly be going off the rails in terms of it being live, so I might do this and then stop. Is this? Oh, that is not glue. That is white paint. Good thing I know the difference in how they smell. So I want a clean brush and a clean glue. I should have labeled that. I'm all over the place. Oh, goodness. All right. White acrylic. Oh, that's my glaze. Yeah, y'all, we're going off the rails. We didn't like start especially on the rails, but I feel our departure from the rails pretty profoundly. So I think I am going to, what am I going to do? Okay. I am going to do another coat of pink on her. This is a semi-sheer pink that I mixed. This is a crystal white, so probably Miss May's, because that's one of my favorite blenders. It's either Miss May's or Spirit Queen or Southern Wedding Cake. Those are the crystals that I mix to make lighter colors. I appreciate that, Nikki. I have some thoughts actually on, Nikki has said she wants the videos to be the best for everyone, by which I assume she also means me, because it's more relaxing for me to kind of not be trying to do 10 things at once. Y'all, if you watch my videos, you know how hard it is for me to stay on track. So if there's if we throw another worm into that can of worms, it's just, it's a free-for-all. I can understand that a live does have a different energy, like a true live. So I have some thoughts on doing some of those in my Patreon. And I would not need, I think if I understand it, I would not need to paywall it, but I will try to do those because I would love to connect to people. I would love it to feel the way a live feels, but I also am trying to do a lot of things at once. Okay, so she's getting another coat of her pink. This is just a soft pink that I mixed. So basically a little bit of Pussyfoot and pink with any of your favorite white blender crystal glitters. Oh, and she looks like she got a few little flakes of Crystal Cave in there. I am not mad about that at all. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. I make sure I get all my spots. I might do, on the semi-shears, I occasionally do a third coat. So I might do a third coat with a little bit more Crystal Cave actually deliberately added into that. But first what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a nectar snowball. I let my boys each pick one of the snowballs, and Tommy said grape and Maddie said nectar. So this one's going to be grape, and I think I'm going to put some fake grapes on here to like really round it out. And then this one is going to be nectar, and I think I'm going to put some little bees. Even though it would not be pleasant to have bees flying around your snowball, I think that would be cute. I like bees. I don't want to share a snowball with a bee so much, but I do love bees. So this is going to be this is going to be Pussyfoot and Pink undiluted. This is going to be straight Pussyfoot and Pink glitter on this to make the nectar of the nectar snowball. All right, y'all. Okay. Okay. Little pocket was stuck in the shoe. That's all right. You know, I just cleaned up the craft room, and why do we clean up if not to get it messy again? Okay. So I'm getting it all the way to the bottom of the snowball, top of the cup, because I don't want there to be like a lip there where I haven't done the glitter. Although I can, if I have a few missing spots, I can fill it in, and I'll show y'all how we make drips. Whew. But I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stop and resume conventional style because I appreciate y'all tuning in. And I'm sorry to jump on and then jump off, but all right, where's my pink glitter? I didn't put, oh no, it's right here. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. All right, here we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. Like that a lot. Okay. Isn't she a beautiful nectar cream snowball? I might do the stronger pink on the shoe, but I like the soft pink and the nectar snowball. And we'll do drips and stuff. She's got a lot more that she's going to get, but she's looking pretty so far. Looking cute. Yeah, I might like the stronger pink all the way around. I missed a spot. I think I want to try the stronger pink. But, you know, you start light because you can always layer a heavier on top of it. You can't layer lighter on top of a heavy, but you can layer heavy on top of a light, whereby heavy I mean like more darker and more saturated. So she's good for now. We will tinker with her later. What I'm going to do, actually, let me do this last thing and then we'll call it there for today, and that'll be today. This is Purple Drank, which is a mix of sizes. I want to put that on my grape snowball. So I'll put the grape on the grape, and then, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do the light pink on the cake. I'll do a little more. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're doing pretty good. Okay. But yeah, I do think I'm going to do some true lives in the Patreon. Not to like try to exclude anybody, but because then it's a little bit easier to kind of feel like, I feel like YouTube will just drop me wherever it wants to. into people's feeds who I'm sure are lovely, but also don't necessarily. When I go live, I feel like half of the comments are, what's the deal with the shoes? You're not going to be able to walk in that shoe with glitter on the inside. Or, oh, I hate glitter. Glitter gets everywhere. Glitter's the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone. And I totally respect everybody's right to express their opinions and ask questions, and curiosity is a beautiful thing, and you have a right to your opinion about glitter, even if I personally think you're wrong and glitter is amazing. But it dominates the conversation, and then I'm not doing what I'm trying to do. So I think the Patreon, oh, that looks great. I think with the Patreon, I can it's a little bit more self-selecting. Like, you don't just accidentally find my Patreon. So I think if I do lives in there, it'll just be my people. And if I do that, I'll like schedule it and keep to the schedule instead of just popping on when I'm available, which is what I do in here. Look at that grapey goodness. Looking good. Do I want to make the whole shoe grape? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. So I have put a layer of the Ultrafine down first. So it's actually probably a mix of Ultrafine and Extra Fine. I put a layer of the Ultrafine down first so that the cocktail could like really show up. So I'm going to do that again. Do I have the purple I used for this? Let's find out. But I think I'm going to make the whole top part of the shoe the same purple and the whole bottom white. And if I had figured that out, it would have saved me a step. But, you know, sometimes we figure things out as we go. And it taking a little longer is just the price that we pay to buy ourselves the opportunity to be flexible. So yeah, I'm going to do this also the same purple, but it's not going to look like the same purple because right now I'm laying down my foundation. My foundation is just going to be this kind of mix of purples that I have. Yeah, so when you rewatch this and it seems like I'm talking to nobody, that's why. And that is honestly, I could probably get used to, as I joke that like I'm not capable of juggling, but I could probably learn, and y'all would, I'm sure, be patient with me, and I would, you know, just answer the questions again and let people hate glitter or whatever. But it is hard for me that I answer the comments during the live and then people can hear my answers but not see the comments. So I don't know. I'm not tech savvy enough to know if there's a way to fix that. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's going to be really cute. And then I've got a couple of options of purple fluffy to put on there. I've got some marabou options. All right. So like I said, at the moment, it doesn't look like it matches, but it's all going to be that same color purple when it dries. Let me just... All right. Okay. But it's not done, but it's coming along. And it looks very grapey. And y'all can see how the big flakes kind of make that icy texture. Okay. So she's good. She can hang out with the Nectar Cream Vanilla. We're still working on her slice of cake. So I'm going to, with a little brush, or a little brush, all things are relative, get this last coat of soft pink here, and then we'll finish the ice cream scoop. She needs a little bit more hot glue. So this got one coat of light pink, but you can see it's kind of streaky patchy. So we're going to fix that. Yeah. Just kind of sneak it into the corners there. Okay. So So she's going to get a second coat of this soft, soft, soft pink. And then the ice cream scoop is going to be like a French vanilla, like a light yellow. I might be able to, no, I don't think I can. I was like, I might be able to do both, but I'm going to have to sit her on her side to dry or hang her upside down, kind of weird. So I don't, oh, and they're touching. I can sometimes get away with doing 2 glitter colors if they're close to each other in intensity or hue and not touching each other, but that won't work for this. So I'm not going to try. All right, getting in there, getting tight in there. And then, okay. So the glue is on there. Let me put the frosting color on the shoe. So she's going to be nice and soft pink. So the shoe itself is the color of the frosting on the top. That's what I'm kind of going for. So it all kind of blends harmoniously. I'm trying to decide if she needs any, well, if she needs something else, I can decide it later. She got a few little confetti dots in her, but that's all right. I'm wondering if, well, that's a decision for later. I'm wondering if I want to put some frosting along the bottom, kind of like I did on the Funfetti cake, which I've shown in past lives, but there she is. I'm going to set her on her side to dry. And then, so this is our rainbow sherbet. It really looks like rainbow sherbet. And I was saying last time, if I have to, I'll put another coat. I do not think she needs another coat. She's got one bald spot right there. I do not think she needs another coat. She does need her neons done along here. So I think I'm going to put, this is going to be kind of fiddly and annoying to do these like tight color blocks of neon, but we can handle a little bit of fiddly and annoying for our craft. And I was thinking about maybe doing the kind of sherbet texture on the knot. So this would be green, this will be pink, this will be orange, this will also be green, and then the actual shoe portion will match this. The other thing I could try to do is try to make this look like it's made out of sherbet by taking little bits of foam and kind of gluing them on there. That would be a lot, but again, we're tough cookies. We can do things that are difficult. So that's a maybe for me. I just worry it won't look as balanced as I want it to, but I'm going to think about that. But I'm going to do pink here. Okay. All right. And then this will be orange. And then this, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that if we're going to do, I'm still on the fence about what we're going to do here. Possibly the same kind of all over swirly texture that we did on the sherbet itself. But we've still got some time to figure that out. That would probably be pretty cute, though, the swirly on here. I think I could get away with that. I think I could get away with that. All right, so that's all of our girls for today. Nobody needs anything. She needs her trim and her strawberries. I forgot to get the strawberries. She needs her trim, she needs her strawberries, and she needs this one finished up and glittered. But I don't feel like I need to do that today, so I won't. This was a slightly unusual live. I appreciate y'all bearing with me. We will continue rolling on that. So thank you for those of you who jumped in and you were with me in the heat of the moment. That is unusual and will not be how I do it typically. But I do appreciate y'all. And yeah, so there will be obviously more videos coming. So thank you all for joining me. Bye-bye.